Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you are having an amazing day so far. My day is going pretty epic. As I mentioned in the video I uploaded before, my son caught his first ever snake today completely on his own. Obviously, he waited for me to identify it first. Proud, proud, proud dad moment. I know for a lot of you it's not going to make any sense, but I've loved snakes since I was a tiny little boy, and I've caught them myself all my life. When I was growing up in South Africa, when I finished school, I'd bunk off school. Whenever I could, I'd be out in the bush catching snakes, and I'm just so proud of him today. And yeah, I'll stick a photo up because I'm proud and I'm allowed to be. Today we are reacting to smoked gator. Yep, smoked gator. And if you've watched any videos on my channel, you will know I am not fussy when it comes to food, and I'll give anything a try at least once. I have eaten crocodile before. It was delicious. This was many years ago when I was still living in South Africa. I've eaten some other weird and wonderful things over there. So I'm not fussy about what I eat. Yeah, so we're going to check that out. If you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra frisky, you may as well hit the like button as well. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee page linked down in the description. If anyone wants to buy coffee to help support the channel, please don't feel any obligation to do so. And for the few people who've asked to see some of the blocked videos that I get, like that don't make it onto YouTube because they are completely blocked, I have started a Patreon page that will also be down in the description, but again, please don't feel any obligation to do so. I've only uploaded one there. I've literally just finished it today, but don't feel any obligation. Just check it out if you want to see what gets blocked and some more music and stuff, reactions. They'll all be there. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. If you want to check it out, check it out. If you don't worry about it. Today, so yeah, let's get into smoked gator, whole smoked gator.
Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right.
I love this
I'm
guy.
Malcolm Reed.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt him again. I've been watching so many of his videos, and there's so many that I've saved that I haven't watched yet to watch with you guys.
Hey, I brought my buddy Craig.
He's awesome.
Barbecue Ninja himself in. Craig, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, Malcolm.
You're going to show me
Sick
how
beard,
to
Craig.
properly cook one of these swamp critters, right?
Yeah, I tell you,
Swamp
Malcolm,
critter.
Cooking one of these has become just a favorite thing.
There's a lot of meat on there.
I harvest them, I clean them, I process them, I cook them, and I eat them.
I love it.
Yeah, I go through the whole process. So I can't wait to show you how I do this.
Well, hey, we've got a 31-pound American alligator right
big.
here. We got it from
31
Gamekeeper
pound.
Butchery. Shout out to those guys
I'll work
for getting
that
it to
out
us
after
so
the video.
quick. And Craig, I'm ready to get started, man. Are you?
Man, I got my knife sharp, and I am ready.
Let's get to cooking. So, Craig, we got him stretched out here. Oh, Big Al, we're going to call him.
Big Al, I love
Big
it.
Al.
The texture kind of looks like a cross between, I don't know, chicken and pork a little bit.
I describe the texture more like a pork loin.
Yeah.
In a matter of fact, I cook it to the temperature of a...
If you just look at the tail piece and not the, I'm blocking it like you can see what I'm doing, but like if you just look at the tail piece, it almost looks like fish, the meat, almost like a big catfish or something. If you were, you know what I mean. I'm not saying it tastes like fish or anything like that, because I wouldn't have a clue how to compare the taste of an alligator. And I haven't had crocodile in a long time. I've only had it once, so I can't really compare.
Pork loin,
Like,
I like
it
to
tastes
get
like
it,
chicken.
165, maybe a little more of a done pork loin.
Yeah. What's the first thing we got to do to this alligator, man?
We're gonna stuff this alligator. We're gonna stuff this tail with boudin, cream
stuff
cheese.
in the tail.
You talking my language? You said boudin and cream cheese?
Yeah, well, I mean,
man, if we had some bacon to the mix, man.
Well,
You
it's
got-
actually gonna have bacon. in it.
Okay,
Oh, there you go. You made him
That's
happy.
my food groups right there. 3 food groups
Exactly.
I like.
Since we're gonna do that, we're gonna split this tail. There's 4 muscles on this tail. The bone runs like a cross, and there's 2 on the top, and this is actually the top tail muscle right here, and then there's 2 on the bottom, and that's the bottom tail muscle. You can see this white right here streak. That's what separates them.
So let's get to it, man.
Yeah. What you do is you come in here and you feel this bone, and it runs right down the middle of this tail. That's where it comes out. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna find that bone, and we're gonna go down.
Just cut right along it. Just like you're going to fillet it, kind
That's it. Just find.
There's nothing better than seeing someone use a sharp knife. Do you know you are more likely to cut yourself with a blunt knife than you are with a sharp knife? Fact.
it and let it be your guide all the way down. See right here? See that vein?
Yeah, thick
vein.
fat deposit.
Fat,
That
yeah.
vein of fat right there.
We want to get all that out.
You want to get that out. The thing is, it will not render out of there.
It's going to taste fishy if you cook it
Yeah.
with it in there.
That's it.
Or if you eat the fat, basically.
Right.
We got this
Ah.
gator from Gamekeeper Butchery, and it came just like this. It was already skinned. They leave the feet and the head on, I guess, so we know it's alligator, right? We brined it overnight because we wanted some flavor on it. And I
Okay.
used just my basic Cajun turkey brine that I kicked up with a little liquid crab boil, some more lemons, and I put some king crawl in it too. So that was all I did. It soaked overnight, Craig, and now we're just going to get it seasoned once you get it trimmed,
I
right?
tell you what, it smells fabulous. That brining process, it really helps. It helps get some moisture down into the meat.
So it's going to really good to take on whatever flavors you put
Yes,
on it, right?
it
So this
did.
gator had a good life up to this point.
Yeah, he did.
So they put that hole
Up
right
to
there in
this
his
point.
head.
Yeah.
What about like as the meat comes on up the body here, like where around over the ribs and stuff? Is any of that usable?
This is pretty much just gonna be it's cartilage, and now you will have some down this back. You know, it's
Kind of like a back strap.
kind of like a back strap,
Okay.
except it's real skinny because it's not. This is the muscle they use.
Yeah.
And these legs, as you can see.
Yeah, the
that-
legs, to me, it looks a lot like wild turkey or something. It's kind of darker looking meat. It looks totally different than the tail meat. So, Craig, we flipped the alligator over, and now you're just kind of
There's a surprising amount of fat on there. I wasn't expecting the amount of fat to be on there.
laying out that tail on this side, too, right?
Yeah, this is the bottom tail. This bone right here runs along this bottom, and you just go down that bone as a guide and expose that bottom tail meat. Now, the bottom tail has got the tenderloin in there. And what we did over here is you lay that bottom tail
Oh, it's
out
completely
and
opened
you
it.
expose it. There's a fat cap, which we have gone in here, and there's the tenderloin right there.
Best part of the alligator.
It really is.
I'm sorry if this offends anyone. I find this so interesting. Like, it's, you know, that's what we meant to do, is just eat. Don't be fussy. Eat.
And it's a good, clean, very neutral piece of meat. This fat cap that goes around here, we've removed some of it. You know, this is that kind of
So
fat right
much
there.
fat.
This fat right here is not a rendering fat. Texture is going to be a
Yeah,
little
you don't want to
gummy.
eat that. It's not good
No.
eats. And a lot of times people say, oh, gator's fishy or something, and it's because of that fat that's left in it. If they'd have took the time and trimmed all that out, it takes away that fishy taste.
It's
right?
art,
That
isn't
is
it?
exactly right.
You can kind of just break it down with your hands. It just wants to separate.
Yeah, right.
Imagine breaking down a beef tenderloin.
And you can just slide your hand.
Well,
and
that-
just
look at
like
all that fat.
Tenderloin comes right out. Lay it to the side, and I'm just running my finger down this fat and popping it out of there.
Craig, we're going to get some of this king crawl,
There we go.
Cajun seasoning,
Here's the good bits.
all over the gator here.
Yeah, we've now got this fat removed, this fat cap out of here, so this bottom tail meat on the inside's exposed. Because we're going to close it back up, we need to get this seasoning on the inside,
Gotcha.
so we get those loins.
Raise
good.
that one up there on this side. Let's get him good. I can run the seasoning part. Now, I don't know nothing about trimming the gator.
You definitely got the wrist action for,
Yeah.
for the seasoning.
No
there.
comment
I can
yet.
tell you've done that before.
Let's add just a little bit of barbecue rub
Yeah,
since we're
let's
doing a
do
barbecue gator.
I mean,
It ain't gonna hurt.
See, we've got the rub here, we've got the loins rubbed down, we've got all this. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna close this back up. And we're gonna need some more rub, on this outside.
Yeah, I'll be ready. I'm coming up. I'm gonna work
Yeah.
on his upper half.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's cover him up. Let's
Get
him
his
good.
jowl.
We got this bottom all good. Got these legs covered up good. So
Ready to roll him, right?
yeah, we're gonna roll him over. And,
Grab that head there. Watch
there
them
you go.
teeth. Them teeth are sharp now.
Yeah, you don't.
I wouldn't need the head on there. I know what it is. Once I get it, I'll take the head and the feet off. I don't know if it adds anything to the cooking process, and I can tell you right now, if the head was left on it, my missus probably wouldn't eat it. Garen might, my son might, my daughter probably wouldn't either if the head was left on. It wouldn't bug me. I just don't see I don't know. Maybe it adds a bit of flair.
There we go. Let's hit the top of this guy with this rub.
All right, Craig. Before we stuff him, we're gonna put him on this rack. And this is gonna make it easier for
Oh, yeah, I
us
forgot
get
they were
him
gonna
on and
stuff
off
it.
the grill. We're just gonna kind of curl it. Yeah, so he fits perfect on this wing cooking rack.
Yeah, this will keep the bottom tail muscle together, keep that tenderloin protected, and when we stuff this top, it'll just keep everything right here
It
together.
kind of creates a bowl, holds it all in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get the stuffing going.
We're just gonna come in here and this cream cheese holds real good. So we're just gonna come in here and just form it into this top tail here. And then when we get done getting it stuffed, you know, we'll come over the top with a little more of your Cajun spice. There you go. Look, I mean, look how pretty that is.
Yeah, you filled that tail up, man. It looks like he's full. His belly's full. So I'm gonna come back over it with a little bit of that king crawl. You can use whatever Cajun seasoning you want if you got a favorite one.
I got
some
a
old
favorite one.
Tony's.
That one right there.
Then I'm just gonna hit it with just a little bit of hot rub, Craig, just to, you know, keep those barbecue flavors going. We're gonna try to prop his mouth open. I got a block handy here.
Get in here. You got to be real careful. The teeth are very, very sharp. Got it?
Yeah, I think that'll hold him open.
All right.
How's that look?
It's like a gator that's ready to go on the
It looks
smoker is
like
what
it,
it looks
yeah.
like.
To cook this gator today, you said you needed a pit that would do 275, and I borrowed my buddy Mark Williams' Outlaw smoker. I think it's gonna be the perfect pit.
I wish I could get smokers and stuff like that here. They are so... I don't know what the prices are like in America, because I can't even go onto the Walmart website or anything just to have a look, you know. It keeps blocking me from because of my location. I'd love to see what... I don't even know if Walmart would sell decent quality. I don't know. I have no idea, but the smokers and stuff you get there are so awesome.
Cook this gator, man. Well, all we did was start with 3/4 of a basket of all natural Royal Oak charcoal briquettes. Put a couple Royal Oak tumbleweeds right up under those coals and got them going. And then when the coals were good and hot, I laid 1 stick of wood off on it. Now we're burning some pecan today. Got it seasoned real good.
I love the way
that pecan smoke's gonna make that gator taste good. Kind of keep those Louisiana themes going. Well, we've got the Outlaw rolling about 275. We'll get the lid up. So all we're gonna do is set it right here on the pit, Craig. The basket lets it slide right in.
It's time to put this baby to bed.
It's actually making me hungry.
All right, Craig,
I know it
we've been
doesn't
on
look
3.5
very
hours,
appetizing.
man. You ready to take a look, see what we're looking
I am
like?
Whoa, look.
I mean, that old gator's still smiling at us back there.
Where you want to tempt this gator is right down here on this bottom tail. That's your thickest part, and we're at 135. So you know we've got
Another hour?
Yeah, probably got another hour to go.
So we'll be 4.5 probably, something like that.
Yeah, and you know with all this stuffing, you can see the stuffing on the top. It does make it go a little bit longer, and we did stuff it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably be another hour, and we should be there.
We're gonna keep him closed up. Still keep cooking him at 275, adding that pecan woods to this Outlaw smoker. We've only put like 2 more sticks on it, so it's getting about a stick an hour, something like that, to hold it there. But he's looking good.
Looking good. This is just right on track.
This gator's been on 4.5 hours.
Oh, he's got the gloves on.
It's ready, right?
Oh, it's
He
ready.
looks good, man.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got that barbecue bark on the outside of him. So we're gonna put him right here. I threw this chicken over here just because I wanted it to look kind of
Now
cool.
we know what the head is
Our old
for.
gator
That's
is eating
real
that
cool.
whole chicken. Now we're fixing to work some magic on him, right? We've got him all barked up. We've got everything cooked, proper temperature. We got to get him sauced.
Man, yeah, we got some killer hog sauce. We're
It
gonna
looks
just go
so good,
over it.
doesn't it?
God, that
To me, it
just
looks really
shines
good.
it up.
Like
That's-
appetizing
look
even.
Beautiful.
Craig, we got the glaze all over the outside of them. What are we fixing to do? We put the barbecue ninja trick to it.
It's flamethrower.
It's
time.
flamethrower time.
See how it's hitting the sugars on the outside of this thing? You see them
Caramelizing.
caramelizing there?
Oh, I love it. It's a Cajun brulee, huh?
I love those strategically placed bags of Royal Oak there. That's awesome.
Cajun
So good.
brulee.
Look at the tires on
brulee
the
this
smoker. Flipping heck, it's so
We're gonna
cool.
brulee his head, brulee his legs.
I have never seen that with a weed burner, but I learned something today.
And you just, once you get that sauce to set on there, you get that bubble up and that little bit of crust it looks like it's making, and you're gonna be good to go. There you go.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. It's time to make some gator rolls.
We're gonna set it right up here on the counter. We gotta garnish this gator just a little bit before we get to tearing into him and eating these gator rolls. I did a little bit of low country steam over on the pellet grill while we had this guy cooking. So I've got some corn, some potatoes, gotta have some shrimp, good old smoked sausage in here
shrimp
on
as
it.
well.
We got it all garnished up. Show me how we're gonna make these gator rolls, man. What's
All right.
next? How do you break a gator down?
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the stuffing. And you know, it just comes out pretty easy. Just kind of rake it out. This is the bone that runs down the middle. We have a tail muscle right here on top, so we're going to remove that top
So
tail
tender,
muscle.
isn't it?
Do that on both sides. Another top tail muscle there, and you know the other is the bottom tail muscle. We'll just reach under there and grab it and pull it out too. Now, what's coming out with this also is that tenderloin. So we just go in here, we're gonna get this other one out of here, and that's the other bottom tail muscle, and that's the other tenderloin.
He said
We
bacon
can
was
get
coming.
some good meat off of these legs. I mean, this is good leg meat right
Got
here.
some bark to it.
Yeah.
That really turned out like it almost looks like a smoked turkey or a little bit like a dark meat chicken, you know.
And really, that's the big useful meat off of it. Now, you do have these loins down the back where you can just take your finger and run it
Kind of
down.
rake it out, pull that meat right off the top of the spine.
Right off.
I would want to try that bit that's not been anywhere near the stuffing, just to taste it like on its own. I know the stuffing, you can have it without the stuffing, but you know what I mean. Just
The top of the spine.
I'd chew on the whole thing.
You got that, and you got it on the other side where you can do that. Now, you do have some meat
I was
on
going to
the
say the
jowl
neck and that.
that you can get in. Get off of there. Yeah, that's like a golf ball of white meat.
Perfectly white, yeah.
Look at that.
It's got some smoke look to it. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try some gator jowl.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Got that smoke taste to it from the pecan wood. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It really is. And
It doesn't taste anything like I expected it to. I mean, it really does have like almost of a pork texture, a little bit of a chicken neutral flavor. You know, it's it's neutral. It
Yeah.
doesn't have any wildness to it at all.
And you know, the key really is that time we took there in the beginning to get that fat out, so you don't have to worry about having any of that fishy, gamey flavor in there. And you know, it takes on what we put on it.
Where do you dispose of that? You know, like you chuck your chicken bones in the bin. Imagine chucking one of those in the bin. The guy who comes to empty the bin opens up and sees a bloody alligator head in there.
That's right.
There you go. Now, what we're going to do next, we'll chop some of this up. And after that, you will go into the stuffing
So we're putting the stuffing in the roll first.
in the roll.
That's
first.
the cream cheese, the
Boudin,
bacon, the
boudin.
jalapeno boudin.
Oh, he did have bacon
And we
in there.
get some of this wonderful alligator meat. You got killer hog sauce. Go down it like this, and then what are you gonna do?
all over the top.
All over the top.
That's a gator roll.
That, my friends,
Yeah,
gator roll.
I'm
let's,
down.
Let's get the
I'll eat
redneck
that.
lobster
Redneck
roll.
lobster roll,
And,
gator roll.
and
Redneck
let's
lobster
have it
roll.
right.
Yes,
Cheers,
sir.
brother.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's flavor, man. Gator texture on top, the sausage, the cream cheese layer on the bottom. All of it has a smokiness to it.
Yeah, you catch that at the end, and
Sauce makes that little
it
sweetness
does.
to it.
It
Oh
does.
man.
It gives it sweet, and then you've got that spicy boudin and the meat that's got that smoke. on it,
Boudin.
and-
What is that?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was a little skeptical. This is absolutely delicious, man. Who would have knew that a gator would taste that good? You had me, man. I'm gonna give you the elbow on that one. So we want to thank the people at Gator.
100% I would try that. 100%. I would scoff that down, no problem. I'm sure it was delicious. It looked freaking delicious. I would love to be able to get. You see, I feel so freaking restricted sometimes with some of the things that I can't get here. Now I should be thankful for the things that I can get, obviously, and I am. But when it comes to, I would love to try stuff like this. And frogs. I really want to try frogs' legs. Now we can buy frozen frogs' legs in the shop. I've actually seen them a few times. So I might give them a go. But I don't know. I just feel really restricted sometimes. And it sucks. It really sucks. Anyway. My mouth is literally watering over a freaking alligator. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great evening. Peace.